Hi everybody, Jackie here with Dan Barron of Barron Law. How you doing today?
Good, thanks for having me.
Good, thanks for being here. So today we're talking about family trusts. Now what is a family trust?
A family trust is kind of like a contract. It's a set of instructions that you're telling the world that you want to follow after you've passed. Now it's very different from a will. A will, it's also a set of instructions, but a will will just make an outright distribution, right? Whereas a trust, you still have control even after you've passed many years down the road.
Right, and you don't have to deal with the state and probate and that kind of stuff in the same way if you have a trust versus a will.
Right, that's exactly right.
Yeah. So when are family trusts used specifically a family trust?
First and foremost, as you've already alluded to, family trusts are used to avoid probate. Okay. Next, saving on taxes. The family exemption these days is $10 million or more, so taxes are not as important as they were before, but you have to keep in mind that federal exemption changes all the time. 10 years ago, it was only $1 million, so it may not be on the radar today, but it certainly could be down the road.
And you don't know when your trust is going to go into effect. No one can plan for that time of their life when they pass, you know?
Right, exactly. But most often, trusts are used for asset protection. Having that shield for your children after you're gone, having those assets in trust so that creditors, litigation, divorce, those people can't attach their interest to your estate after you've gone.
So why are family trusts better than a simple will?
Again, probate.
Yeah, that's like the number one.
Absolutely. So the average cost of probate is according to the AARP, is between 5 and 10% of the total value of an estate. So if you have a $500,000 estate, at a minimum, you're going to spend $25,000 administering it through probate.
Ouch.
So avoiding probate, bar none, is number one reason to have a trust. Having a trust is better than simple will also because of privacy. Going through probate, all of your information is public.
Yeah.
So it used to be that you could go down to the courthouse and pull the file up and everything's right there. Today, it's even easier to obtain that information because everything's online.
Do it from your phone, do it from your computer, your laptop.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So having a trust is better than a simple will, as I've already mentioned, because of cost, efficiency. So the average time in probate is 18 months. The minimum time in probate is 6 months. So you could administer your estate through a trust in a matter of months, if you'd like,
Wow.
or to carry it on for the legacy and lifetime of your family to ensure that there's asset protection.
Yeah, and that asset protection is definitely a key thing there.
Mm-hmm.
So who should be implementing these into the estate plan?
I'm in the strong opinion that everyone should consider a family trust. But if you there's a couple of key elements that if you fit into this criteria, then it is a no-brainer decision. First off, if you have children who have spending issues or are special needs, or if there's any risk of your child being in a divorce of any kind, your family needs a trust, period, because you're subjecting those assets to being lost. So also for guardianship.
Yeah.
So if you have young minor children, then a trust would definitely be something to implement into your plan.
So those are good qualifiers to think of if you're trying to decide what plan you need to set up.
Mm-hmm.
So how soon should someone start to plan for their estate?
Well, Jackie, when do you plan on dying?
I don't think I do. You never know. You really don't. You never know.
So whether I have horror stories and whether you're thinking about doing just a simple will or a trust, I mean, obviously everyone should consider both, but the bottom line is no one knows, when we're going to pass. You could be young or old. So the time is now to at least look at it, especially if you have children, so you're not leaving a mess for your family.
Yeah. So if you are someone who has not considered a will or a trust, if you haven't started planning, you should get on that ball. So go to barronlawcleveland.com. You guys can get a free consultation to learn what is right for you, and a family trust may be just what you need. So thank you so much for talking to us about this today.
Thanks for having me.